Hello and welcome from the Faroe Islands. Just got here earlier this morning. First things first, how did I get here? There is no direct flights, well there are no direct flights from the UK, from London at least, to the Faroe Islands. So had to come via Denmark, connection via Copenhagen. Got here in the morning, kind of messed up because realized that the infrastructure public transport wise isn't the best. There are some buses but the timings and everything is pretty off. So back here at the bus station, which you can see is a mix of a ferry station and a bus station with a good view of the lighthouse. Probably need to get a car, so we're heading back to the airport, booked a car. Renting cars is a bit expensive, but it's probably the best way to get around the island, and I'd suggest you do that as well. So just going to go around, pick up the car and then drive it down the island, and let's explore the Faroe Islands. Alright, so we reached the car rental place. Apparently the whole process is automated, no human interaction, so let's see how that works. So finally got the car all sorted, pretty quick and efficient there, very Scandinavian style. Driving to what's supposed to be the most popular waterfall here. Some amazing views on the way. I can't pronounce the name of the waterfall. I see some sheep randomly on the route as well, but it's absolutely stunning. But anyways, hang tight. It's a short drive, and yeah, let's see you at the waterfall. Hello, so just parked up here, gonna walk to the waterfall place. Amazing views at the back, if you can see. I'm not sure the camera does justice to it, but it looks so amazing, absolutely surreal. But apparently it's gonna get better at the waterfall, so let's go. So the waterfall views were a bit underwhelming. Not the most grand waterfall as expected, but ended up doing a uphill walk, pretty steep, and then found this cute little cafe with some nice coffee, just with some really good views. And then I've just sat down here with my hiking book and realized the uphill walk is part of is part of a difficult hiking trail. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name because it's very difficult to pronounce, but I can put the name of the trail here. But anyways, although the waterfall views weren't the best, slightly underwhelming, the hike was more than worth it. So lesson of the day is, if one thing doesn't work out, keep going, and I'm sure you'll get some rewards for it at the end of the day. So one of the perks of driving around is when you find a good view, just like we have here, you can stop by, enjoy, take it in. So nice. You can see the little valley of Gjogv down there, and obviously the picturesque views of the I think it's the it's the Atlantic Ocean / North Sea. Definitely check this point out in the Faroe Islands. It's called Gjogv Viewpoint. It's not probably one of those that you see on Google or TripAdvisor. Just found it pretty randomly. It's a good place to just come and chill out, so definitely check this out. Hello, and day 2 in Faroe Islands. We're at the capital city of Tórshavn, just by the fortress which we saw in the background yesterday. Really good views, gonna check that out, and then spend some time here in the capital city, and then of course go and do some hikes. So I found this little cafe open here, Anime Cafe. This looks pretty good. So there seems to be one of a few places open in town at this time. So I'll just go check this one out. So the plan was to roam around and explore the city of Tórshavn after the fort. It's a Sunday morning, but everything seems to be closed. And this famous bakery, they're closed for the whole month of August, so it's a bit disappointing. But yeah, so the one thing to keep in mind when you come here is a lot of the places seem to be closed for a while. So just make sure you check the timings and everything. Even the other shops in and around here, most of them seem to be closed. There's a few cafes open. So time to go back in the car and go for another hike. Alright, so en route to the hike, apparently there's a very nice view of the ocean from the tunnel which we're in. I'm not sure how good it looks in real life. It looks pretty cool in the pictures. But let's wait and see how it is. It's going to be here in a couple of minutes. Underwhelming. I hardly see it, just like lights. It wasn't that well lit, so I don't know. So that's where I'm about to hike. It looks very daunting. Fingers crossed can survive it. But yeah, it's all about the views. Just got to the hiking spot. It's church time, as you can hear the bells ringing in the background. I hope you can still hear me. But yeah, just check the route on way to the hike. I'll catch you there. So one of the good things about here is that they've got these guide markers here on the hike trail, which makes it very easy for you to know where you're going. It's easy to get lost in these vast fjords, but these guides make it very, very easy, and the plan is to just go up all the way to the top by following these. Hello, so about halfway through the hike, walked past a herd of sheep who weren't happy to have us, but we walked past them, all good now. But yeah, the views are absolutely amazing from up here. And as you can see, it gets pretty cloudy the further up you go, so I'm not sure if the views will be visible if we go further up. But we're going to keep going and show you some better views, hopefully, from further up. Hello from the village of Gjogv. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's a beautiful village on the northern island of the Faroe Islands. Some really good views, a very daunting drive to get up here, but amazing views. Just saw a small coffee shop down the road. We're going to take a break and have a coffee. Apparently it's got some nice views, so we'll check out this little village. So let's go. So I finally found my waterfall. This is the Foss waterfall in the northern part of the Straymore Island. It's really loud up there, but we did go for a short hike right up there near the waterfall, but couldn't really record because A, it's very wet, and B, it's really loud. The views are great. Unbelievable scenery even at the back there. So make sure if you come to the Faroe Islands, check out the Foss waterfall. So of course it wouldn't be a Travel Taught Me vlog without a city viewpoint. I found a really cool one here in Tórshavn, the capital of Faroe Islands. Let's check it out. So there you have it, a fantastic trip off the Faroe Islands. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're into hiking and the outdoor lifestyle. It's different from what you would have a usual city break in Europe. It's got a lot more outdoors feel to it. There's amazing views wherever you go in the country. It literally looks like scenes from a movie or a storybook. Some things to be aware of. Weather-wise, it's a bit cold and wet most of the time, as you saw while we were there as well. This one day of sunshine, which made us enjoy the views a bit more. But even the cloudy, overcast days had their own charm. And even at one of the hikes, as you saw, I went quite further up, but I couldn't really see a lot from above just because you're in the clouds and you really can't see anything. But while you're there in the moment, the experience is pretty surreal. Unfortunately, couldn't catch it on camera. And also, there were a couple of occasions I noticed, watching a lot of my videos back, that I mentioned things like, oh, the views were underwhelming, or the kind of underground water tunnel was a bit underwhelming. But that's all relative. When you're there, it's because of your expectations of how grand everything is. The waterfall I thought would be like super grand. The second one, the Force waterfall, was really nice. But the first one, the Mulafossur waterfall, I just felt that in my head I'd pictured it as being pretty grand. It was a bit small, I guess, but the whole view, the background, everything was amazing. So if you go in with the intention of having a good time in the outdoors, it's a place I would definitely recommend. In terms of accommodation, we stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn, which is based in Tórshavn city centre. Again, probably recommend staying in Tórshavn and then making that your base and going around. But more details on accommodations and options in a separate video. As I said in the beginning of the video, make sure to get a car. The public transport system is not that well developed. The buses come and go at different times. I mean, there is a schedule for the buses, but you need to know what time the buses are coming, and it's not very regular. It's one every 2-3 hours sometimes. So your day is very restricted to what the buses do. But if you're short on time and there's lots to do on the island, you waste a lot of time just waiting for the buses or scheduling everything that you want to do around the bus timings, and that's not very efficient. Although cars are a bit expensive, I would recommend to hire one. It just makes your life so much easier. And lastly, the food. So there are lots of options. You get a lot of American food as well, a lot of continental European options. So there are decent options all over the island. The only thing is you just need to check everything is open at certain times, because places seem to close very early. Like restaurants usually close after lunch at like 2 p.m. And then close for dinner around 8:39 at times. So you just need to be a bit careful when you're planning where to go for dinner or lunch. But it's very good for coffees and pastries, so definitely recommend trying those. Most of the local cafes are very, very good. So I'd definitely like to visit the Faroe Islands again, so let me know in the comments if there are any places that I've missed. I know there's lots of places to see, and we were short on time, just had 2.5 days. And let me know your feedback and subscribe to our channel so I can keep more content coming your way. Thank you.